They say evil is made, not born. Those people never met Miles Smith. He lived in isolation on a rotting farm at the end of a dead road. The house was a corpse itself, paint peeling like dried skin, floorboards sighing under every step. The windows coated in grime thick enough to blur daylight. No one visited him. Not out of respect for solitude, but because even the air around him felt contaminated. He wanted to hollow out the world and wear the pieces like armor. The bones, the hides, the shapes left behind when life stops fighting back. He believed the world was made of meat and lies, and that the only truth worth knowing was what remained when you cut deep enough. The farm's sheds were filled with things no one should collect. Chairs that looked stitched, lamps that curved wrong, masks that looked too detailed to be fake. He made them not because he admired death, but because he wanted the world to look as ruined on the outside as he felt on the inside. The local sheriff once said, "He doesn't speak much." Miles didn't speak because his thoughts had evolved past language. Words were for the living, and he considered himself long divorced from their jurisdiction. He communicated in silence, in stares, in the unshakable dread people felt when they realized something was observing them without blinking. One night, a deputy walked onto the property, flashlight trembling in hand. The beam caught a figure in the barn doorway, a shape of stitched hides and polished bone, antlers mounted above it like a crown. It stood tall, motionless, its face a mask that resembled a person, but radiated something far older than humanity. The deputy whispered, "Miles?" The thing tilted its head slowly, then it smiled, a wide, terrible curve that suggested it had been smiling for years, just waiting for someone brave enough to shine a light on it. The deputy never radioed again. Not because he was killed, but because some doors don't open outward, some open in. And once Miles stepped through, there was nothing left on the other side. That could recognize fear or mercy, or the difference between a monster and the world that created it.